I'm gonna jump right in here. There's a lot of mixed messages in the air. Like a lot of mixed messages, a lot of like really, really emotional, like, how do you say that? Like emotional pleas, like misdirection and emotional pleas, and like a lot of unresolved conflict just generally everywhere. And I'm feeling it intensely for like the desire to like make a fucking go that direction. I've practiced for a long time to like not jump on that stuff. I can't always like not be personal. That's the point. This is what I'm saying is this like emotional plea. Is like a impassioned emotional plea. It's almost like coming from someone who is like a child or acts like a child or uses the manipulation that children would do to like get people upset, to like get people sort of talking even though they're not like feeling safe to talk. They just do it anyway. I don't know. It's like I don't know how to explain that. It's like pardon. I'm gonna ask for someone to like feel like that. Like, have you ever gone somewhere and I don't know whatever you end up taking in makes you feel this way? Like, have you ever gone to like a really good movie and like you leave and you feel like the Page of Cups in reverse? Like you feel like confused and like upset, but at the same time like you could like feel your feelings and you could like get upset and like cry about it like a child. Nothing wrong with crying or whatever, but like seriously, that's kind of the feeling, is that there's almost like a prompt to do so. But I don't know, from my perspective, when I see that, I see this is the point. This is where it goes. This is where it goes. Is to the Empress in reverse. I was thinking that, like, how do you explain that? Like, so where it goes to someone who the emotions are too much. Like, their emotions get way too much to cope with. And they get so upset with themselves and they get so upset inside themselves, they almost, like, shut down. They shut down, or they get, like, really obnoxiously abusive. Or this is, like, the ultimate victim mindset. And it sets up from here to here. Yeah. And it has to do with women. It has to do with women's health and reproductive systems. It has to do with emotions, to do with children and mothers, and like the idea of like feminine power. That's in the reverse. It's like, it's hard to explain that. That was upsetting to me, because like it's like a pull to go there. Like, it's like a pull to go to that place with it, or whatever this is, and be like, there's no logic. Like, there's no logic here. Like, this is not logical. Look at that. That's not a logical experience. It's like being triggered to your childhood and then like crying all the rest of your life about it. That's kind of how it feels. Comment if you see something you recognize. Oh my god, that's so sad. That's a trap. That's like the trappiest trap that ever trapped. It's like the trap. And I'm saying it. I like the idea of trap because I'm a trap myself. But like, this is what you think you're trapped, and you can't, like, you think you're trapped, but you're not actually trapped. You see, this is you're trapped, and you don't know it. You don't know you're trapped, or whoever these people are. Whoever, this could be you or someone you know or see. You can be a group of people, dude. Yeah, this a lot of times represents more women than one. Almost like a collective of feminine energy, like that. Wow, that's the point. That's why I was thinking, like, this feels so unnecessarily emotional. Whatever this is feels like insanely emotional for this reason. Yeah. I always speak a little bit from my personal experience. I've gone through a lot of grief in my life, and I've gone through a lot of like open sharing and grieving groups and things like that. And like, for me, there was only so far I could go before this was my reality forever. and this was my reality forever. And I've seen this a lot where people have like their children, they bring children to like stuff like that, and then their kids sort of stay in this position, like they raise them almost in that position where they're like that. Think about it. Is that a good place to go? It feels good, like the thing about it, it feels good to feel it. Like it feels good to feel whatever the hell it is. Like if you fucking got a fucking pain, hurts, it feels good to let it feel it. But at that point it becomes, it's stuck. A person or group gets stuck in that. Like that's where their go-to is. Like they're, oh shit, how do you say that? Oh, it actually literally is a brain chemistry thing. Yeah, it's a brain chemistry thing where a person becomes like overwhelmed with emotion. This happens to women a lot, specifically the fear of children having illnesses or the specific trauma that women experience. Specifically to have to do with the fear of losing control over their children or losing control over themselves reproductively. That the biggest fear would be that they'd be trapped in it, and this is happening. It's happening right now in this situation, and that's like, uh-oh. I hear hold your horses, but I really hope that slow down card comes out, because if we have a slow down here, we can chill. You know, we can chill. Maybe. Okay. That's weird. It's like trapped, but the lovers are in the upright. That's weird as hell. What is that about? That's weird to me. Yeah, because it's weird. It's like the Page of Cups is in reverse, and it's like emotionally manipulative child, or like a child mind, or a childlike sense of emotion. Get a person or a group of people all whipped up emotionally, and then they have their feeling they're trapped, and then there's the lovers in the upright. This would be someone else's lovers. And then Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This has to do with someone stealing. I think someone or a group of people is stealing from people who they get upset. Like they upset them and then they kind of do something to them. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is like a person who, oh God, they aren't able to provide for themselves. Usually it has to do with women or women who aren't able to provide for themselves. In some instances it has to do with sex work, but in some instances it doesn't, because this has to do with the kind of emotional poverty that a person experiences, that like they feel like they don't have self-respect. It's a feeling of like a lack of self-respect. It's like someone's stealing from their grandma or something. It's like someone's going in like their grandma's antique jewelry chest and like stealing her jewelry after they get her all upset, and she's all upset, and they gotta put her to sleep, and she's all upset, and they go and them and their boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever, who has husband or wife, go steal her jewelry, and she doesn't have her money anymore because her money was all in her jewelry chest, and they went and took it because she was too upset, because they got her upset, and now she got no jewelry, or she got no money. She go and check her jewelry chest and say, "Where'd my necklace go?" And they go, "Oh no, mom. Oh no, grandma. We just put it in safekeeping for you, just to make sure no one takes it. Yeah, don't worry. We're not trying to lock you in here. It's totally fine. Don't you worry about it. You're good. No, we're good. We have you taken care of. We're okay. It's fine. Don't look at your own money. Don't save anything. Just continue to spend like you normally would. It's okay." This also could be like a person who ends up locking themselves in a lover situation, but it's in the upright because of someone else. I could be Gypsy Rose. God damn. Locks someone else in the Nine of Pentacles almost to keep themselves in the upright as a lovers. Wow. But they're in the upright with their lover's situation because of that. Because they're using the situation to get the financial out of someone else, to make them sort of lose their ability to care for their money or lose their ability to care for themselves, or being seen. This Nine of Pentacles in reverse could represent the idea of a bag lady. Like, you know, just like shame. Like, it's a shameful thing. That's shameful as hell, though. Somebody's doing this. It's a scam. It's a hella scam. That's a big one. Yeah, that's big emotions. That's almost like, oh God, it's really predatory. Holy crap. That's predatory as hell. Yeah, it's very predatory. Because the Empress in the reverse, a lot of times, they are representing older women. right? Menopause. Empress and reverse represent women who are going through menopause, or women that have reproductive problems, or women who can't have kids, or lost kids somehow, or maybe lost their emperor. Someone who maybe they had a husband that they loved so much and they lost him, he passed away, and they're in the reverse because they can't grieve his passing for whatever reason that happened. Yeah, and then they're sort of that's the staunch thing. You ever the whole idea of like an old staunch old woman? That's like that, but like in a way that's unhealthy. Yeah, like osteoporosis and stuff like that. Like someone who's getting sick because their reproductive system is unhealthy. Oh God, purity cult. Purity culture again. Right, so someone's buying their way out of here. Someone's buying their way out of the Four of Swords again. Okay. This was my reading yesterday. Someone was trying to figure out a way, or people were trying to figure out a way to buy themselves out of the Four of Swords. Or put someone else in the Four of Swords so they could stay out of the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords being like the sleeper. The Four of Swords being the institution. The institutionalized rest. The forced rest. The forced rest home. The forced treatment center. You know? The forced treatment, whatever that means. Forced medication. Buying themselves out of it. By using this situation to put someone, or put a group, put the Empress in the reverse into the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Whoever the Empress is, whoever these people are, these women are, who are the Empress energy in reverse, they're getting stuck on the Nine of Pentacles for this couple, for the lovers to stay in the upright, for the Four of Swords to be in reverse, for the lovers. Maybe even the Nine of Pentacles would have also that happen. Probably, though, it's because they can't afford to have it. And they might need it, and they can't have it. Because, say, like I said, someone stole grandma's jewelry, and we'll give it back to her. Put it in safekeeping to make sure she can't pawn it for enough money to buy warm socks because it's freezing. Well, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Because something custodial. This looks like something custodial. This looks like someone trying to pull a custody deal. And using that to stay in the upright in the position of their relationship because they would have the custody dealie in this situation. Someone can't represent themselves. Oh boy. Someone isn't able to speak for themselves. Is this the lovers or is this the Nine of Pentacles? The Empress can't speak, no, because the Empress in reverse isn't able to speak for themselves in this situation. Specifically, if they're putting the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, they will not be able to identify that. Most likely, they wouldn't even know what happened. Yeah, especially if the Four of Swords is in reverse. Say they don't get to choose to go somewhere to rest. They're being forced into it. They don't want to. And they're being forced into the situation and they don't want to. And they can't identify what's really going on and they can't speak for themselves and they have to have someone represent them and they can't represent them properly. That's the point. There's the lovers in the upright on the Knight of Swords. The lovers are only able to represent themselves in this situation like this, but they still can't do it because this is what they need. They need this situation to be like that. But see how they're not really able to represent themselves either. Four of Swords in that. No one can speak for themselves. No, because there's two lovers can't really speak for themselves here because they have to speak for the Empress in reverse, but the Empress in reverse isn't probably going to cooperate. Probably they're going to situation going to be like that with a night because that's the trapped. Can't talk about it. Probably don't even know about it. Probably can't even identify it. This plot. Oh my God, this is the plot. Holy crap, plot thickens. This is a hairy but one. It's bad. It feels like institutionalization of someone. It feels like a forced institutionalization of someone who's old. Or women who are like old, say, like I said, they lost their husbands or their kids don't know what to do with them anymore. They're hard to deal with. This could be not old people. This could be just the whole idea of hysterical women. Any age. Most likely older, though. Yeah, this impassioned speech from the Page of Cups in reverse. Oh, God, that hurts. Oh, God, wow. That's so manipulative. That's manipulative. That's really manipulative. Because the Knight of Swords comes up, not being able to defend itself, not being able to speak for itself. Also, the Knight of Swords in reverse is a fucking argument. It's like a really obnoxious argument. Just like a really fucking never quit fucking starting fucking arguments. Like to keep a person, almost to keep a person. Okay, this could also be the Lovers in the upright are keeping the Nine of Pentacles person out of the Four of Swords and arguing the fuck out of them all the time. Because maybe they, like I said, maybe they even need to go in the Four of Swords. Maybe they want to go in the Four of Swords for a while just to get away from this Knight of Swords in the reverse, because that's the Lovers coming from the position of the Page of Cups in reverse. This feels like I said, a couple or a person, a group of people, a married couple or like a couple who's been trying to institutionalize old people or feeble people and their women and trying to like make them poor and trying to do it without them seeing it and trying to use like impassioned emotions like to bring up unresolved feminine problems or unresolved family conflict and then like trap them in the emotion. Like, or trap them in their position, like make them take a position and then trap them in it, and then they stay in the upright, and then it just, God, that's extortion. It's a whole kinds of extortion. That's something to watch out for. So if you work with elderly people, or people who've been through some kind of trauma, you know, that's across the board, something to watch out for this kind of fuck shit to happen. It happens a lot without people seeing it. Specifically, if there's a Lovers in the upright situation where they can represent this situation for the majority of it, it's impossible to tell until it's a lot of times too late what's actually happening to the people. Yeah, because they're not allowed to speak. Because then when they start talking, you know, then they have the Knight of Swords attacking them in reverse. Attack. Just accusing, starting little stupid arguments to make a person upset. Someone who's already sensitive to conflict, make them really upset. Especially when they bring them to the Page of Cups in reverse. And then they feel like, you know, weak, and they want to express their feelings, and because they feel vulnerable, they want to open up about their Empress feeling. The feeling of the Empress reverse, they want to open up about it because they feel safe to, and they aren't. They aren't at all safe to do that. There's manipulation. It's like a manipulation of a person who doesn't know what's safe in that moment. Like, what's safe, and they don't get to know because, like, they're using it and pretending it's safe, and it isn't. Yeah. Oh. It's the saddest thing in the world because everybody suffers. Wow. Knight of Swords in reverse is going to make the Sun in reverse happen. But they're the Lovers in the upright. This is for money. Well, yeah, this is for funny money. It's for power. But this is the weird thing about that. The Lovers in the upright would end up feeling like this individually either. They both feel like that. They would feel inside of themselves disappointed in themselves. They wouldn't feel happy. Their inner child would be really, really sad, dead inside, feeling. Yeah. Because they know what they're doing. They're doing this on purpose. They know that. That would be a group or a couple who knows what they're doing is either illegal or immoral, and they're doing it to their family, or they're doing it to their community that's closely related to them, because they know how to manipulate them to get them to open up about their trauma and trap them in there emotionally and sort of stand strong in a couple, get that person to dump all their money or all their self-respect, not let them institutionalize themselves safely or institutionalize them a certain wrong way to make sure they can't choose it, make sure they never stop attacking them every time, attack, go at them, to turn their Sun in the reverse, to turn their feelings of self-goodness in reverse. Yeah, because for some reason, these people in the couples here think that won't happen to them. They think that the Sun won't be in reverse for them. That's weird. It would you dig, right? You think that they think through this, right? No, because the lovers in the upright are also getting emotionally manipulated by the Page of Cups energy, by the Page of Cups emotions in reverse. Manipulation. It lends itself well to the Sun in reverse, doesn't it? Yeah, it does for sure. It's all kinds of scary. Yeah. Someone isn't able to collaborate. That's the thing. This would make someone unable to willingly be collaborative. Or this is because. This whole thing is because somebody won't let someone collaborate with something. This could be people who are doing this to people because they have been not allowed to collaborate, because they do this sort of thing. People don't want them to collaborate. They don't want them involved because that's the way they are. So it's like they're doing this to people, almost like to get even for how they're not allowed to collaborate with other people. Or they're doing it to prevent the Empress from being able to collaborate with other people. The Empress in reverse. Because financially wouldn't have the wherewithal to do so. Yeah. It's pretty fucking setting up. This feels pretty strategic to me. I'm gonna push the panic button. Let's push the panic button. Want to find a panic button at this point. If this was your situation, you'd want to find a panic button. You'd want to go around trying to find a panic button and push it, because you feel trapped. You'd feel trapped in it completely. And even if you were in the couples here, you would know that you have nothing else besides that, because you can't collaborate with anybody because everybody knows what you're about. Is that for that? Wow. That's all kinds of toxic. Somebody wants a nice place to live. Doesn't want anybody to talk about the toxic stuff that goes on. That's what I was hoping to see. I was hoping to see that. That means something's slowing down. Something was going way too fast. Something was going crazy fast, and people weren't able to slow it down, and now something's slowing down. That's insane, though, because somebody almost got their head taken off. It looks like someone or a bunch of people almost got their heads taken clean the fuck off over this. Get their house in order at the expense of being able to communicate about the toxic shit. The kiki toxic shit. That's slowing down. And that's a strength. That's strong. That's a strong thing. I can't imagine that this would ever work in any real way. No, I wouldn't think so. It would take something. Like representation of not being able to be... Wow. Representation of not being able to be creative. It's a strength to represent... Oh, wow. It's like the strength to represent this fucking untenable situation. That this won't be something that people can use. Actually, it's nothing creative. This is all set. There's no new way to do anything. The strength of the Knight of Wands to not create, or this could be someone who just chooses not to collaborate. This could be someone who just says, you know what, I'm not getting involved in this. Mm-hmm. It'd be someone or a group of people who just straight up do not want to be involved because they see it for what it is and they can't touch it because it's terrible, terrible thing. It's an absolute terrible thing. Beneficial for only a few people here. It feels like people are scared. It feels like this scares me. This feels like people are like knowing what's wrong and they're like not able to do anything because they have to benefit themselves in some way. Yeah, that's the point. It's like the couples all look great. The house seems perfect. Everything else a crazy mess though. Like for that specific thing that people say they want, all this fucking nonsense has to happen. Everybody has to suffer. Everybody. Yeah, everybody. Not one person doesn't suffer. Yeah, they all do. Someone or a group of people is going to slow this down because they see the strength in the Knight of Wands not collaborating on purpose. Because this, like I said, would have to encounter a lot of bullshit where people can't speak about the toxic community. You know, where they hang around and just talk shit. You know, sit and drink in the yard, just attack people, just mentally just destroy people. Page of Cups in reverse would lend itself to that community, that toxic community. Yeah, with the Three of Pentacles not able to really collaborate fairly because the Sun being reversed, meaning no willpower. It means people's willpower is fucked up. People don't have their own sense of strong movement forward because they got screwed over somehow. Yeah, they did, because Knight of Swords would not stop attacking them, and Knight of Swords kept... It's like someone who just keeps sending you nasty messages and you block them and they go on your other accounts and just keep sending you nasty messages nonstop and they won't stop doing it until you respond or delete your account. That's the kind of thing that's like nonstop attack. To get a person to turn over their willpower. Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is what you need to do. This is what a person would need to do in this situation in order to have any connection. This is where there's just all cups in reverse, cups in reverse, cups in reverse. Unfulfilling. Cups in reverse are so unfulfilling. It's like so emotionally nonsense. It's an emotional plea that is unfulfilling that makes a person need to continue to try to get their emotions going, and it's like hell. Yeah, because back down to the whole hysterical woman thing, back to the continue to work in that direction. To make a Two of Cups in reverse, like the only way you can ever connect with anybody is if you're fucking talking to the most toxic, unfulfilled people, and then it makes you this way. This could anybody. This could be that Empress in reverse. It makes a person, because you have to, because they'd have to talk to these people or collaborate or communicate with these really, really fucking obnoxious, toxic people that they can't talk about it. It's like, and then this is how it happens. Then a person, say if they were even like ever emotionally connected, they become completely disconnected and really, 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 really emotionally unbalanced. Or like I said, numb, and they're completely numb. Like they can't feel anything anymore. Like this not someone that you would think like has emotional balance. Like you wouldn't think that person's emotionally balanced. Because that's the point. You can't collaborate in that situation. You can't be creative when you have to talk to these people. When you have to talk to these people or have to communicate with these people who are so like emotionally devoid or like so emotionally up and down. creates the worst, unfulfilling, non-stop, horrible thing that only benefits a few, and only really to like look like it's benefiting them. It's not actually really benefiting them. It just looks like it is. You know, it's a setup to look like it, like to sell something that probably isn't even worth selling at this rate. It wouldn't be worth it in the end, would it? Because it takes the person to get propaganda sold a lie, and they don't even know what it is because they got nothing else besides that. They say their whole life is based on like a lie that they were told so many times that they think that's true, and that all they know is that, and all they know is that one line, and the one line of storyline is all they know, and that's it, and that was it for them, and they don't have any other reality besides that. And then that's the point. They get completely done because they have only what they were told, and what they were told probably isn't even real. The story they were told that the Page of Cups in reverse said wasn't real. It got them upset, trapping them in a situation where the Lover's in the upright, but the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's weird as hell. Like trapping in the Lover's in the upright. That would be. It's like I'm seeing this a lot of jealousy, people wanting to feel like they can do something and be part of something. That's a setup. Because it always comes from the most toxic thing. Yeah, because that Lovers comes from the someone else being in a trap. The four of Wands in the upright comes from the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like a person can't collaborate. People are benefiting off someone. It's like someone's trying to trap somebody to benefit themselves. It's like someone's trying to trap a third party in a relationship, or trap a third party in someone else's home, or someone else's property, or someone else's community to like benefit from what kind of shit that they can get them to believe, or shit they can get them to say or feel when it's not even probably true. Or maybe it is, but it's too much emotionally to cope with, and there isn't anybody or anything that they can actually do that with them. Sort of like herd them around, right? It's like someone getting someone all upset, or people all upset, and like herding them around and like getting them to just do dumb shit, and then they see that's fine, like that's okay, but this is completely brainwashed. Yeah, and then they end up this unsatisfied, unresolved, unfulfilled. Queen of Cups in reverse, completely upset, like all the time, like with no stopping the emotions, or so manipulative. This is also someone who turns out to be really manipulative. Yeah, I see people who press people to get them to act that way. Okay. Wow. It's like a coercion to trick people into acting and becoming this way, even if they aren't. But there is something here. Yes, something slowing down with the strength of the representation to not represent. Or the strength of representation to not participate with this Two of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. This could even make a person look like that. See, this could even make a person who's not cooperating look like they're the Two of Cups in reverse and look like they're the Queen of Cups in reverse. And they're not. They're just trying not to get involved too deeply. Say someone woke up halfway through and realized what was going on, and they had to try to put the brakes on, right? The Eight of Wands is, put the brakes on. Slow your horses down. That's kind of what's trying to happen here. Someone could have tried to put the brakes on in this situation, and they're having a hard time staying in a collaboration that's healthy. Because it's just non-stop emotional upset and emotional unfulfillment all the time, everywhere, all day, non-stop. Oh, like I said, to steal. Because it's easy to steal from people. Say it's easy to steal from people who don't feel they can be creative, and you can't really have a healthy community. You can't really have a healthy exchange with anybody. and who feel that they're the Queen of Cups in reverse, who put them there, it's easier to steal information from them because this is the point. People end up having to go to therapy and having to go to places because their Three of Cups is so in reverse. The Two of Cups is in reverse. Everybody's in reverse. Everything's in reverse. There's not one situation that people can feel safe to be open with. Like I said, hurting people into shit. And then there's this person or people who are gathering their information, who are stealing information from them. Toxic collaboration. Yeah, there's quite a few setups here to herd people into something. That feels hopeless. This feels like people are feeling hopeless. It feels like people are feeling like, especially the feminine aspect is feeling hopeless, like very hopeless. It might just be manipulation. It might just be a lack of other people's input. It's a setup. It's a setup for a person to have a hard time doing the basics of life. Just so they can be easily co-opted and stolen from. Their information can be taken. Keep in mind, though, this started off this way. This was an on-purpose situation creating this. Wow. Lack of work ethic or animal abuse or feeling like a person doesn't have to fight for their money. Yeah, I think that's the point, because someone's trying to make some easy money here. Someone's trying to figure out a way to make easy money. And the easiest way to make money is to steal from people who are feeling victimized. Especially after they victimize them on purpose, to make them feel trapped in being victimized, to make them see that there's no options for them besides to turn themselves in the reverse and say all the things that they don't want to say. Someone can make some really easy money off that. Someone who doesn't have to do much, but try to do this to people and make them need to talk about it. Get the Seven of Swords, and then their Knight of Pentacles, like they don't even have to fight for their own money because like it's already, money's just coming. Like passive income. That's what I would do. Like that's right. To line their own pockets up to make sure they have enough, to make sure that they can stay up a comparison to these ones. The ones that they're using, you know, their energy and their experience and all that to create a little bit extra money for themselves to stay just a little ahead. Like I said, it doesn't really go very far. It's just just a teeny bit more extra, like just the tiniest little bit more extra money. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. This feels crazy overwhelming. Like, why? Why so much emotion? Why so much big emotions? I don't fucking know why. It's like someone who has to learn how to manipulate people, who has to learn how to talk to people correctly, but they're learning how to do it on purpose to end a person's sense of independence. This is like to feed into a plan that already exists, but isn't really going to work that well because, say, someone can't be honest. Yeah, Page of Swords in reverse, like, can't tell the truth in their own life. They're not going to be honest. Well, you couldn't trust someone like this. I mean, if this was someone I was working with, I wouldn't trust this person for a second. But this situation is like making it so you like have to, but at the same time, it's putting them in reverse. So this one can't be honest. Yeah, they're going to steal, but they can't be honest in their own personal life. Can you imagine that? You can, no. Hierophant being in reverse would be that the university, because it could be. It could be that, but it's like a toxic collaboration where the rules of the game no longer apply. That's it. Well, then the rules of the institution no longer apply in that situation. Well, somebody would flip the rules in the institution reverse for someone else. Page of Swords is flipping the rules of the institution from the Two of Pentacles. For the Magician. Someone needs to manifest out of this situation. Someone's going to manifest out of this situation. This is to I hear Full Metal Alchemist. This is alchemy. This is to be able to do alchemy and do it and like be allowed to do it, but like bring the rules of reality. I would recommend watching that show. If anybody's ever seen it, watch it. It'll explain a lot. Yeah, with the Hierophant in the reverse, the magicians in the upright here, someone can manifest from this. Someone will manifest. Someone is going to try to figure out a way to positively manifest off of this, and I don't know what direction it'll go in. Because the whole thing is to create a much poverty is possible, emotional, spiritual poverty. Yeah, because that's the point. The Cups in reverse is an emotional, spiritual poverty. It's completely devoid of any quenching someone's emotional thirst. So thirsty, basically thirsty as hell. All these people thirsty as fuck, not able to feel resolved at all, unresolved, constantly unresolved, all the time. Yeah, because that's the point. Look at the hell. The magician's manifesting a poor community. Or someone's stealing from their own family. Someone's depleting their coffers. Because they're dipping this way and dipping that way. Taking from people. So this ends up reducing the value, the net value of the community, or the net value of the family, depending on whatever it is. It ends up reducing their ability to have enough. That's weird. Yeah, because that's what happens when a magician manifests from the Hierophant reverse. They manifest more poverty. Financial more poverty. But more dependency. Also, more financial dependency. And more fear of loss. And more fear of lack. And more fear of theft. And more fear of corruption. And more fear in general. Of stealing. Of people stealing and say things being too expensive. Worrying about where they're going to get this and where they're going to get that. Because maybe they don't have enough. Maybe things are too expensive now. Yep. Especially for someone who has been isolated, or a group of people who have been isolated by all this abuse, who don't understand what things are actually worth. This is something people have experienced. Well, I've experienced before. I've been in this place, I've seen this happen. And it's the worst about it is because it happens so slowly, or so quickly, that a person doesn't see it. They don't see it happening. It's like the only way to prevent it from happening is to be part of it, to do it to other people, but it doesn't even stop it from happening to you or to other people. It doesn't. Yeah, this isn't a new thing. No, that's the best thing about this kind of thing, though. It's not new, so it's old thing that just keeps happening. So it's like the best thing about it is like if you can see it, or if you're in it, and you can kind of pull yourself back and be like, oh shit, I know what's going on. This is wrong. I don't like this. Yeah, and if you're not too deep in it, you can pull yourself out of it, sort of. I don't want to read about any specific things in this area today, but I'll have to. It's about someone's not getting to ride in on some high horse, but then someone else is in the upright here. That's all right. At the very least, the police corruption's at bay. At the very least, in this situation, police corruption's at bay. This is someone's not getting to have a pride or a celebration of themselves for that reason, or whatever reason, and then this is like, police are going to be able to do their job. Or the authorities, are going to be able to actually, which is good, like in my thoughts, it is good. Because when the Hierophant's in the reverse, anything can happen. Like anything, and it's terrifying because anything can happen, the Hierophant's in the reverse. So in the end, the manifestation, I believe, goes to the Chariot and the upright. Which is willpower. Which is like a collective band willpower for order, which is necessary because the Hierophant's not doing that now. Okay. It's a position people will take. King of Cups. Interesting, because the Queen of Cups is in reverse, and the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups is in reverse, like stuck in the middle of this. And here's the King of Cups coming out after the Chariot. Like, I'm empathetic. You can trust me. I'm emotionally balanced and stable. You can trust me, my leadership. Yeah, because that's the point. I understand. I understand emotionally. Whether or not that's true, it's insanely upright. It gets people in. You know, that's the thing about the King of Cups. King of Cups draws people in to himself. Brings their emotions out of them. Which is the Page of Cups in reverse is daily. Is getting people emotionally all weird and confused and not really knowing exactly the right way to be, and the Empress being in the reverse after that. And then the trap and all the nonsense. And it was weird, but like this could even be like someone who feels trapped in their marriage or their relationship, like even though it's in the upright, seemingly they don't feel that they can like leave the bounds of the marriage or the bounds of like the community. Say their specific traditional kind of marriage, and it's very specific traditional kind of thing, and they feel trapped within it. Yeah, like to defend their partner even though they don't believe in their partner, but like it's like to fiercely defend them, whack it in the upright real fast even though it doesn't feel like it is. What the hell? That'd be like the upright marriage, but it's making a certain person or group of people feel that the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Sexism, a lot of it. Ageism, sexism, racism. Institutionalization. Like, I'm seeing like husbands institutionalizing their wives when they're, oh God. I hear, where's my place in this? Where's my place in this? Where's my place in this? Three of Wands is just, you know, saw three ships come sailing and know the direction the money's coming from or the future. Offer hope of solid, stable future where a person can look over and see the future for themselves and know that's where they're going. Know that for sure, like that's for sure what's going to come. For the King of Cups, yes. To get people's looking for something on the horizon. Feeling that there's hope for that. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but like it could be sort of more propaganda where over here it seems hopeless and confusing and scary and upside down. And then there's like a seeking relief from that stress to almost like be willing to take whatever direction is given. This is a person who is, or a group who is having to defend their position they've taken even though they don't particularly actually believe in it. They have to defend it for that reason. Because they have to hold their position. Because what could happen to them? This is what I was getting. People are afraid of this happening to them. People are afraid of all this stuff that's gone over here happening to them, and they're almost like willing to do anything to prevent it from happening to them. And almost willing to do anything to other people. And sign off on things they don't believe in. Be involved in stuff they don't care about. Things that they don't want to be involved in any way. Things that they've already been put into, maybe, that they don't feel that they can leave. Other people are judging them Other people are judging their position they've taken. These people here are putting their backups and they're sticking their sticks and saying, I don't believe you. Da, da, da. And this one's having to be like defend their position. Like to the death, like die on the hill. Like literally go into Capitol Hill and die on it. I'm trying not to talk about politics right now, but seriously, go into Capitol Hill and die on it. That's how it feels. Because they have to take that position to make sure it doesn't go that direction for them. They have to hold their solid position. I could see that. I could see someone being really scared. I could see a group of people being really, really scared right now that this whole thing over there will turn into what they're having to do in their future. And that God knows what their future will be. Because their involvement in it has been seen and known about, and now they can't really get out of it. I think someone was doing something behind the scenes a while back, and they got kind of pushed into the upright, or not the upright, well, pushed into the front, like pushed into like their limelight, like people saw it. Yep. The leadership in reverse. As a public aspect, the leadership in reverse would have to defend their position that they've taken as the Aries in reverse. Like a toxic leader. That was I was saying about the Empress in reverse over here. Here's the Emperor in reverse. I'm defending that Emperor in reverse, so they're defending their own feelings of Emperor in reverse. Draw. Here, draw. It's a draw. Uh-huh. Okay. There's a lot of the same energy coming out. A lot of the same energy. Right, because it's the leadership in reverse is the whole King of Swords and upright. For the communication to be honest, or, talk from an honest position. Or even just to talk from... To get to be the one deciding these things, get to be the one making decisions. It feels like there's one person or a group of people who are like embodying all these energies and like getting it all together and like kind of playing around other people and like playing other people against themselves and putting people in positions they don't want to take, so then they can do all that. Well, there's this Queen of Wands in the upright. Okay. Queen of Wands in the upright's like someone's using their feminine energy and their feminine aspect to creatively confound someone. Or creatively confound people. No, it's a creative confusion, but like it can be. Sometimes that's the thing about it. The Queen of Wands is really inspirational. And really driven, and will fight for what she believes in, or what they believe in. Okay. Finally some satisfaction. Finally some satisfaction in the community. Someone's gaslighting someone, but it's satisfying. What is that about? Someone's gaslighting someone, and it's satisfying as everybody. Look at that shit. That's some gaslighting shit. Gaslighting and fucking dupers delighting somebody. But somebody maybe deserves that. Maybe someone deserves this. Maybe there's someone who deserves to be gaslit and duper delighted. Somebody. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes people deserve it. Especially if they've been doing it to other people and they get caught doing it and they have to defend their position they took and they didn't want to take it at all for, the fear of something happening to them. And they have to take it the way they got it, and everyone's like, yay, we're gonna make her pay, we're gonna make him pay for what they did. Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is all contrived and I don't like it, but at the same time this is providing some deep necessary satisfaction for the community, because my god, all this over here was just thirsty, steal, swipe, contrive, and then what? Oh wow, it worked itself out in the weirdest way and people are satisfied by finally. Someone knows how to use the skills. Like, say this Queen of Wands knows how to put the Five of Swords on someone because of whatever in the background they're going through. Say whatever is in their background, or whoever's in their background, whoever's around their background would be the Emperor in reverse situation is putting this King of Swords upright, which is like the opposite of it. Like I say, it's the South Node. So it's not even an issue because it's so necessary. Sometimes the Emperor in reverse is a bit toxic, but they stall stuff. The Emperor in reverse won't push things forward. They'll stall stuff, or they'll be such a warmonger that people have to go, whoa, calm down. The gaslighty thing, that person can use their skills, that person knows how. See that the Queen of Wands can take the Five of Swords and put it to people who deserve it, or that did it to them, and then the community's going, yay, we're good, we're all happy, satisfied now, or at least it sort of makes up for something. Something's temperate in reverse. But he's getting a little out of pocket. Yeah, this is someone who's out of pocket. Like they're not controlling their use of drugs, or they're drinking too much, or their emotions everywhere. They even want to start going nuts at people. Oh, that can happen when the community finally feels satisfied. Oh, because sometimes the community has been waiting for satisfaction for so long, and they get it, and then they go crazy because of it, and they go, whoa, and they go a little nuts, and they want to party. And then what happens? They can't defend themselves after that. Oh, that's another trap. That's another trap. That's another trap. Okay, that's right. That's what after that they can't defend themselves, and they can't know where to go because, like I said, the phones are bugs. They can't know where to go. They can't make decisions. Something's ending. Whatever this is over. This could be too. All this fuck shit over here could be ending as well with it, because it's justice. Yeah. Okay. Good. This reading was hurting. Like my body was hurting. I was like, oh my god, this is so who's doing this? What is this fucking crazy? I can't stand any of this. Justice for some Queen of Swords in reverse. Not getting Ten of Swords. Not getting betrayed. The Queen of Swords in reverse doesn't get to speak. Queen of Swords in reverse doesn't get to have her voice heard. It's like justice for the women that are silenced, or the people that were silenced, or the people that were made to lie, people made to turn themselves around and like perjure. Maybe someone made someone perjure themselves. And like justice to those people who were put there and made to say die on the hill. Maybe they were put to the Seven of Wands and they were put there and they didn't want to do that and they had to. And then all this came and it come out to it being justice for these people who got put like that. Was it put to an early death? Sort of. And it doesn't Ten of Swords in them. But Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Someone's losing money here. Someone's losing fortune on this. That's weird. Someone's losing fortune, but there's money coming for someone else. And that Judgment's in the upright. And yeah, no one's crying over words, crying over spilt milk. Words, keeping someone up at night is not happening. So the scariest things in the world over here that look like they were going to happen again to someone might not happen like they should have happened. You know, someone planned it to happen like that and it didn't, or it isn't going to, because justice it's going to work that way. Yeah, because this representation over here of someone who just isn't going to participate, who's going to willingly just bow out and say, I'm not involved. Okay, Devil in the upright. This could, like I was saying, it's the Temperance in reverse situation where someone could end up acting out on the worst of their behavior. Detachment, an attachment to something. Overly attached to something, or afraid of losing control of something. Involved, too much involvement. Not allowed to escape something. This just keeps going like that. It's like, wow. It just keeps going like that. I don't even know how to describe that. So someone trying to figure out a way. I heard It's like someone trying to figure out a way to keep a person locked up or people locked up. They're trying to figure it out. Like they can't seem to figure it out. King of Pentacles has a little bit of extra money here. Someone can provide financial support. Someone can't escape from this. So would you escape? This is the Queen. This is the King of Pentacles. Okay, lack of attachment. Someone's practicing detachment here. Someone's financially stable enough to support themselves, or financially stable enough to not worry about this devil and the lack of escape. They can sort of be detached from the King of Pentacles, meaning like whoever's providing the money, whoever has the money in the situation, people can practice being detached emotionally from that. That's the one good thing about the Cups in reverse here, is that detachment process, which is kind of okay. When over here there's all these cups, it could actually sort of go to there where you can see it for what it is. It's actually detachment, but it's like the devil detachment, where it's like an attachment problem where someone could prompt someone to like being attached but like not attached to them. So then they're always like wanting more attachment and they're like never gonna get it. So it's to be able to understand that, that's what that is. And practicing detachment is really important here. So people can be detached from the outcome of the situation. Not to say that they shouldn't be involved in it, they should be. But like emotionally, so to the point of emotional like that, it's too much. Like it's too intense. It becomes too dependent. Too much dependency, right? Too much utter dependency and fear of losing control because of the utter dependency. A bunch come out here. I'll take them. I'll take them all. Take them all. There's a lack of regret here because someone's able to take care of their own money. See, there's a lack of regret. It's like someone's not regretting doing that or be involved like that because that satisfies them financially. It makes them feel that their money's worth it, or they watch their money. Something about charity and not being able to compete, and giving charity and not competing, or not fighting, like trying to stop an argument, or like trying to make sure that no one can compete with them because of that. I guess if a person can make that work for themselves, that's exactly the way they work. That's exactly how they should. I could feel like people over here who are in the Empress in reverse who got screwed over by that would feel really upset by someone being like that. Especially when they we're told one thing and they believed one thing and it wasn't that all what they actually knew about, and it was enough to confuse everybody and make people feel jealous that someone was able to pull the wool over their eyes, get all this done, and then have over here their bounty that they have, and that's their private stuff, and then they can touch it because that's for them. You know, that's like irritating as hell. Like, how could a person feel so satisfied by that? Like, how could a person feel satisfied with that? That's the detachment. That's the detachment aspect, that a person can feel satisfied like that because they're not emotionally attached to it. They personally aren't. They maybe get other people emotionally attached to it, but they aren't. Someone can't practice because something. They're not able to make their money for the practice. Oh, they spend so long doing this, they're really not able to actually do anything else, do they? No, because that's where the money comes from, is doing all that. So whatever else they're doing, because they won't let anybody else collaborate or compete, there won't be much like skill in this situation that people can use. Their skill would be emotional manipulation. Their skill would be that basically being able to use their emotions to manipulate other people, and like use their emotions to like block out people, like block people out emotionally, and use money to like keep a wedge between people, or to use fear and like the possibility of being put somewhere they can't control themselves and being stolen from, like, and use that to control. But it's like using it to distract people. It's like it would be distracting as hell, and like you wouldn't be able to, like this situation, like you wouldn't be able to focus on your own work for a second. But the savings are here. There's a little bit of savings. This could just be people just not spending a lot, right? So you can't make your money, but you can't spend your money. That's all right. That's okay. That's one positive thing about that. Being forced to be more prudent financially. Yeah, specifically when people can't rely on people to not be satisfied by doing that to them. It's like you would, if you're an idealistic individual, if you ever were, you believe like someone would be there for you emotionally, and like you could trust them, and you could like dump all whatever it is you're burdened on around them, and you could just like, they wouldn't do anything to you, but like that's exactly what they're looking for, is a person to be that vulnerable. So they can sort of create a dependency on people, where they can like create that thing where, you know, I don't know what it's called. It's like, I think it's called an avoidant detachment, or an avoidant attachment avoidance, something like that. An avoidance attachment. It's a kind of attachment, but it's enough to keep a person constantly spiraling and not knowing what the fuck is going on ever, and not being able to manifest anything on their own. No choices. Not enough choices here. Not feeling enough they had enough choices here. So people maybe feel like they're being put here, being put in some kind of confinement, and they don't like it. Not really used to this thing where they have to be disciplined. Does someone want someone not to be? Someone wants to tell a story here. There's like a creativity that can't be told. Some can't be said. Someone isn't really able to, or a group of younger people isn't really able to be that creative now. They're not really able to bring forth anything creative. It's like they're depressed. Like people are depressed. Like there's young people who are feeling depressed. Like teenagers are feeling depressed. There it is. Five of Wands in reverse. Oh, wait, no, that's not Five of Wands in reverse. Where is it? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That's where it goes. Go to Five of Wands in reverse, so the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. How the hell are you supposed to be creative in that situation? You wouldn't. You'd have to have someone finance you. You'd have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles bring your money. Wow, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking as hell. More dependency, more creating dependency. Yeah, for that reason. To not be able to ever do your own money, son. Or daughter, God knows. And not be able to escape emotionally for a second. Star. Someone's a star, though. Yeah, because there's a star here. The star is like a bit of an emotional renewal. Someone's not satisfied by that, though. It's from his childhood. So I'm not satisfied by someone having a better childhood. Or a good childhood. Someone else wasn't satisfied by that. I got these two together. This represents, I don't like this personal, but this represents the work I do. You know, the Hermit in reverse being like a little bit of a loner, and the High Priestess being a psychic. About being able to channel, understand things yourself. Maybe picking up on stuff that people don't want you to know, or people don't want you to see. You know, especially if you're the star. See, if I could be the star in this situation. If someone's nine of Cups here, feeling insecure about the Six of Cups, about some kind of past nostalgia. But this is it. The Hermit in reverse and the High Priestess here create a situation where this Five of Pentacles isn't a problem. Person isn't on the street. Or, you know, rubbing pennies together. Or, you know, doing the worst of the worst things, you know? Even if a person's in the Nine of Pentacles, they still have enough probably to take care of the basics, but they might not have enough to have any fun. Someone doesn't want to pick up any emotions here. Oh, okay. Someone's not really wanting to be involved emotionally. And that's kind of the best thing in this situation, if this is how this is. Being attached to all that crazy doesn't really vote for anything healthy. No, because that's the World in reverse. Interesting, though. Someone may be so important here that their opinions are important and whatever. You know, they have their Five Pentacles in reverse at this point, and they don't want to bring out any more emotions for themselves. They don't want to be attached to anybody else. They still have that. That makes other people's worlds in reverse. That makes someone's world go in reverse out of this. Like someone else's world in reverse because that's the way it is. And someone's like not having to wait. Like the world's in reverse, and okay, here they are. The world in reverse, and that it looks the same, but it's lit. Like, oh no, the world's ending. Oh no, the world's ending. But we're not having to wait. We're not having to wait in confinement now. The world's over, though. The world's coming to an end. Oh no. Everybody go crazy. The world's coming to an end. The sky's falling in. The sky's falling in, basically. There's a mystery. Something mysterious. There's a Mysterio here. Something's not known. Something's unseen. There's an unseen thing happening here. Or an ununderstood. Something's not understood. Something's not be able to understand. Why someone's not burdened? Oh, someone's not burdened. Why is that? Why is someone not carrying everyone's burdens here? 10 of Wands in reverse. It's like the mysterious as to why that's not happening. Maybe it's supposed to happen. Maybe someone was supposed to do that and they didn't. Something's like indecisive here, not really understanding. Cross blades, but in reverse it's like, okay. In reverse, someone understands the direction and they're not in two minds about something. Oh, someone's not in two minds about something. Someone's in the right mind. Someone's in the right mind about something. Maybe they're not supposed to be in the right mind about something. There's Himla's Ret Dream. Hey, I love it. Okay, so someone's getting their Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't say Ace of Pentacles, but someone's getting that too. Their Ace of Pentacles and their Ace of Cups. And this is an individual thing. This is an inside job. This is a person doing this. King of Wands energy. That's big dick energy. That's a person who is knowing how to swing their stick in the right direction to get something creative going for themselves. That's like a really good leader. And back over here, we have this Queen of Wands, and the same thing. Was really necessary for something to go a certain way. And something's got a tower moment. It's like someone's having a tower. Like this all results in a tower for whoever and whatever situation was set up over the heck here to create all this crazy to in the end end this for that reason. And then this is the thing about it. With the tower, it goes back to the Page of Cups. And people are once again using all that to start the process, and almost like it never ends.